why.
Okay, tell me why.
It's very simple. The AP classes...
This is not an AP. This is just...
honors.
Okay.
Honors classes...
10th grade students.
Are taught basically at a higher level because they are honors. And the AP classes are... the lower level classes... The regular classes are dumbed down. So they don't give them...
So by the time they get to me in the 10th grade, it's just over.
It's over.
And so, but your suggestion is, since it's, even though you admit that it's over, by the time they get in the 10th grade, just mix it all up.
No, when they get to 9th grade, blow it up in the 9th grade.
In the 9th grade, I'm going to tell you, these people in the 9th grade, so I had some of these kids in the 9th grade. So in the 9th grade, that is when they get weeded out between honors and non-honors. So no. So in the 9th grade, they came in. They're all just freshmen.
So blow it up in the middle school.
Some of them might have been put in an honors class. And then I hate to say this, but when I had the students that I had, the couple that are in the class that I had would know stuff that the other people didn't know, and I didn't understand. You don't know what an artifact is. You don't know what prehistory.
That's the regular class.
This is the so-called honors class. So even amongst those among the honors, they aren't all that honorable.
Yeah.
I mean, then just yesterday, I don't know, like kids echo, there's a political socialization and you learn from your parents. So you go out and repeat what they say. And so his kids kept going off, Barack Obama this, Barack Obama that. Now, up on the board, they're copying the homework. So we got the last 3-4 minutes of the class. And I'm just listening to them. Oh, well, his father, he's from South Africa. What are you talking about? No, his mother, she's from Hawaii. Yeah, well, he's half Japanese. It's just like one messed up statement after the other. And none of it was accurate, total inaccurate. I'm just listening to this. And I was like, where do you get this from? You all have a phone. You all have a computer. Why don't you look this up?
No.
And so it's amazing that they could come in and not know that this man, his father is Kenyan. Barack, what kind of name is that? It's just all kinds of crazy stuff.
It's not amazing to me. Here's why it's not amazing to me. If you listen to Donald Trump, if you listen to Rush Limbaugh, if you listen to Fox, if you listen to these, if that's what you listen to, that's what you know, and that's what you hear. Because the media portrays that, and that's what you listen to, so that's what you know.
And that's what their parents listen to, and then their parents tell them.
By extension, that's what they're listening to. Because they're going to the car, you're listening to Rush Limbaugh, right?
Yeah, but Barack Obama isn't half Japanese.
But
he's
it doesn't
not from
matter.
South Africa.
No, they don't have the time to go look whether that's true or false.
They have the time to do that.
Huh?
They have the time.
They don't want to do that. They want it easy. Come on. Look at when the media portrays stuff. As a matter of fact, there's this story in here in the Black Atlanta Star, right? Quickly. The story is the difference in how the media covered the Ferguson protests versus the pumpkin rioters. It's different. They covered the Ferguson protests in one way, and they cover the pumpkin rioters in another way.
Now,
and I can tell you.
I don't even know what the pumpkin rioters are.
Yeah, but we're going to just get there. The pumpkin rioters may have been more disobedient more than anything else. But they were of a certain persuasion. And listen, this is not casting aspersion on anybody.
Well, why would you?
This is factual.
Casting aspersion.
Yeah, because you know what it is sometimes.
Oh, no, but why are you being an apology? Don't apologize. So you're saying that because the pumpkin rioters, I guess you're saying they're white.
Yeah.
And what that? Let me find out what a pumpkin rioter.
Yeah, but before we get
like
that,
smashing pumpkins around, or is that what that is? Or?
No. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go
find out what the pumpkin rioters
to our
are.
first local story from the Village Green. Coalition on Race asks Maplewood South Orange for resolution on Ferguson, Missouri. The South Orange Maplewood Community Coalition on Race has asked the governing bodies of Maplewood and South Orange to pass resolution condemning the action of law enforcement in Ferguson, Missouri regarding the shooting to death of Michael Brown, an unarmed 18-year-old African-American, by a white police officer last August. The proposed resolution was drafted by Coalition Chair Fred Pufetta, who is also former mayor of Maplewood, Professor sent the proposed resolution to both the Maplewood Township Committee and the South Orange Village Trustee for review. Coalition Executive Director Nancy Gagnier presented the proposed resolution to the Maplewood Township Committee at the Township's Committee October the 21st meeting. The coalition plans to present the resolution to the South Orange Village at South Orange Board of Trustees meeting on November the 10th. Gagnier said, the coalition felt it was important for the leadership of Maple and South Orange to respond to the event in Ferguson. It was striking to us that Ferguson is racially diverse but not integrated community. We were motivated to see comparison between we are a community that knows firsthand where situations are perilous unless there are race-conscious strategies in place to counteract segregated forces. You know, these kind of things just bothers me. Really. You know, it really bothers me. And I know the intentions are very good. And the intentions of being honorable. Right? How about going before the Board of Education and telling them it's time they stop tracking? How about that? Which is more important? Let me ask you a question. Which is more important? The Community Coalition on Race going before the South Orange trustees, right? Going before the South Orange Village trustees, or going before the Maple Township Committee and asking them to pass a resolution condemning the actions of law enforcement in Ferguson, Missouri, or going before the Board of Education and telling them, you know what? We need to stop tracking at the schools in South Orange and Maplewood. We need to have diversity in AP classes, and we need to have diversity in honors classes. Which is more important?
You hear the silence. You're not supposed to have silence on the radio. So you keep. I should have known that this conversation was going here. I don't really see, the resolution on Ferguson, especially at this late date, that big of a deal, or effective. I mean, it's a stance. It says this is what we believe.
But which is more important?
Which is more important? Which is more relevant to our community? Option B is more relevant. But to say that you want to stop tracking or come up with a better way of guiding and giving access to students is one thing. But to say that you're going to stop putting kids...
Okay. All right.
Or you can't...
Forget about tracking then.
Okay.
I want diversity in AP classes and honors classes. And I want diversity in the gifted and talented
so when
program.
you say diversity, how do you mean like you want it in proportion to the number of students?
No. That's not diversity. I want it to be not predominantly white. Because I think there are gifted and talented kids that should be in the program. There are people that are AP classes. There are kids of color that should be in the AP classes and kids of color that should be in the honors classes. That is what the Community Coalition should be going after. This is icing, man. This is icing. Really and truly. But you know what it is, though? You know what it is? Somebody's going to say, oh, man, I heard Ansem talking about the community. Really? This is the kind of things that, this should... What is the significance of this?
What is the significance of?
This resolution.
I don't know how significant it is.
I mean,
you're
really?
saying that they could do something more significant.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And this is the fight you would prefer.
Yeah, you fight in Ferguson, Missouri? That's the fight you want to fight? I don't want to fight that fight. Listen, let Al Sharpton fight that fight. Right? Let his Action Network fight that fight. Let's fight the fight here in South Orange and Maplewood. How about that?
It sounds good, Anselm.
What do you mean?
That sounds like, if you had a soapbox, you'd be doing a great job. If people could just see your arms flaying and all that stuff. You're standing here with your hand on your heart.
So you calling what I'm saying a soapbox? That's not reality.
No, again, I can't keep getting into this. I can't keep getting into this discussion because you want to have this discussion, and every day I go in and look at a diverse group of people, diverse groups of people, struggling and not struggling, and definitely struggling more than others.
And all of them are struggling.
Well, everyone should be struggling to learn.
No, but
something.
all of them are struggling.
One kid who's, I would think of maybe one kid who's gifted who doesn't know she is. Based on the.
What percentage of the kids are struggling? What percentage would you say?
I think they're all struggling, to be honest, but I think they're all struggling, and everyone's struggling in their own way. But I'm saying to you that if you just saw what I saw every day, you wouldn't be all for this diversity thing. Because you're thinking it's all about black and white. I had this conversation with somebody else who goes unnamed. You know what he said to me?
I don't think it's black and white.
He said, you got three types of kids.
I don't think it's black and white.
You got three types of people.
Yes.
Those who are really smart, those who are almost smart, and those who are not smart at all. And it has nothing to do with color.
That's why I'm telling you it has nothing to do with black or white.
Okay.
But what it has to do with...
I wrote down everything, every question, every observation I had for you and thought, I wish Ansel, I could ask him this right now. This is a great thought coming to my mind. We could go on all night. And here's one of the thoughts that comes on. And I see things and I say, I have in an AP class various numbers, different ethnicities of people. And let's say if the black kid is in the class and he's getting a 60.
Okay.
2 black kids are getting a 60.
Okay.
Do we keep that kid in that class where he is failing, or do we put him in a class where he will not fail?
Why is he failing?
He doesn't do the homework. He doesn't read. He doesn't study.
But you see what it is, though. To me, you are not dealing with the symptoms. The symptoms is that, you know what it is? It's the same thing with suspensions in the school. It's the same thing. Right? A kid has his hat turned backwards. Oh, you violated the policy? 2-day suspension.
Nobody's going to suspend anybody for
No, that's just as an example.
Okay.
Oh, you don't do your homework? All right. If you miss your homework, I give you get 0. Hey, Johnny, why did you miss your homework? Well, I saw my mother beating my father.
The mother beating?
Yeah, mother beating the father.
That's pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
It's traumatic either way, but...
And I couldn't deal with it. So I just went in my bed and I went to sleep because I had to deal with it. Or, Johnny, why didn't you do your homework? I was so hungry.
We went on vacation.
No, I was so hungry that all I wanted to do was to go and sleep. Because if I stayed up any longer, I don't know what would happen. Those are the consequences that they got to deal with. So if we are just saying that, you know what? You are delinquent. You just don't do your homework.
Tyrone, why didn't you do your homework? I was hungry. I didn't get a chance to eat. Bob, why didn't you do your homework? I didn't feel like it. What are you going to do, miss? Tyrone gets a 0, and so does Bob. So, you're assuming that everyone is giving Bob the break and not the break to Tyrone.
No, I never said that. No.
So your analogy's falling straight through some very thin ice.
But no, what I'm saying to you is that there could be legitimate reasons why they are not doing their homework. And if we are not trying to investigate what are those reasons, then we're going to just keep failing them. But why don't we try to get into some of the reasons why they're not doing their homework?
Okay.
If we get into some of those reasons, then we can see, you know what? Tyrone, we can really help you. Hear what, Tyrone? You can stay after school and you can go to the homework center and you can get your homework
Tyrone doesn't want
done.
to stay after school.
Okay. So you know what, Tyrone? We can get somebody to call you. How can we help you to get your homework done? Because, Marjorie, really and truly, When these
so
kids see
when you
people
have
care,
people, okay,
when you-
okay, but that's got nothing.
yeah, but when
caring
people
has
care-
nothing to do
Yes,
with
it
the
does.
placement of somebody.
No.
Maybe you care more about them by placing them somewhere.
No, but-
so what you're saying is that we need social workers. We're not saying that you need academics.